Good morning, students. Today, let us start our class with the second part of the chapter Living the Valley. In our previous class, we have learned about Buck, and today we will learn how he was kidnapped. In this paragraph, Jack London explains Buck's father Elmo, he was a huge Saint Bernard. Okay, that is the breed, and had been the judge's inseparable companion. Companion means friend. He was always with the judge. Buck was also doing the same way of his father. He was not so large. His weight was also less. His mother was also like him. He was enjoying his life there as a satisfied aristocrat. During the first 4 years since his puppyhood, he had led a happy life there. He had fat and hardened muscles. Means he enjoyed his life in the fall of 1897. But when the man started to go to the frozen north in search of gold, all the dogs had to suffer a lot because many of the dogs were kidnapped for helping those men who were going to the north in search of gold. But Buck did not read the newspaper, so he was not aware of this kidnapping. There had many helpers for the gardener in Miller's house, means in Buck's house. So, one of the helper, his name was Manuel. He was very cunning, and he loved to play Chinese lottery. But for it, he needed money. But he had not enough money, as he had less wages. And also he had number of children, so many children. So he had to fulfill their needs also. So he planned to kidnap Buck. Manuel was aware of this kidnapping news. On the day of Buck's kidnapping, the judge was at a meeting of the Racing Growers Association, and the boys were very busy in organizing an athletic club. Okay, so no one saw him and Buck go off through the orchard on what Buck imagined was merely a stroll, and with the exception of a solitary man. No one saw them arrive at the little flag station. Means Buck followed Manuel. He was one of the helpers of the gardener in Miller's house. So Buck believed him, and Manuel brought him into a little flag station. Here flag station means railway station nearby. Okay. Then it was known as College Park. Okay. There was one man, he was a strange man to Buck. But Buck did not give him too much attention. Why? Because he believed only Manuel. Buck couldn't believe that he would deceive him or cheat him. So he went with him without any hesitation. And nobody had seen them going to this college park. So Buck did not know that their 2 men were going to sell him with the money. You might wrap up the goods before you deliver them, the strange said gruffly. Okay. Here what was the goods? Buck was the goods. Okay. Then Manuel put and tied a strong rope around the neck of Buck under the collar. Buck didn't know that Manuel was going to trap him. So Buck had accepted the rope with quiet dignity. Then also the poor Buck had a belief on Manuel. Later he handed over the rope along with Buck. Then he came to know that something going to happen very badly. He showed his displeasure. He started to protest, but to his surprise, the rope was tightened around his neck by the man, and Buck felt that he would soon die because he couldn't breathe. That much it was tightened. He again tried to run from there, but soon the strange man tightened the rope mercilessly, and Buck's tongue lolling out of his mouth. Never in all his life had he been so vilely treated, and never in all his life had he been so angry. Okay? Then he knew that he couldn't save himself from these two cruel men. When the train was flagged, means started to move, the two men threw Buck into the baggage car. They sent him to that frozen north to help the men. Students, this way Manuel kidnapped the intelligent and kind-hearted Buck. Hope you have understood this chapter. Let's end this section here. Thank you.